All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time for Game 3 of the semifinals. We're here. I'm Matt. Hunter's not joining us on this game. He will be in tomorrow's game commentating, but we should have EJ here later today. We are moderated today by the wonderful Tgwelch. TG, say hi.
Good morning, streamers. Good morning, Space Cat and Peace Turtle fans. Welcome to Semis Game.
Those are some dulcet tones. I'm going to introduce our players today for Game 3. We've got Lazyboy, or Peter, Pete Tokens. We've got Robel. You'll see his name show up as 808 numbers today, but Robel in the chat. Mmrnmhrm. We are also joined by Axel, Brian, and Ledgerman Rolo, the Ledgerman of the Cones, they say. And so without further ado, I'm going to get off of the voice chat. We're only going to be commentated from here on out. Tyler, I leave this game in your hands, and good luck to all the players.
Perfect. Thanks, Matt. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and do a little bit of rolling for some initiative, and we'll get this draft underway.
Great, where to start with that roll? Where do I get that?
It's going to be right in your player area. Little dice roller, hit the little blue button that says roll. All right, I have 3 roll-offs with white, blue, and green. Go ahead.
All right, we're kicking things off, everybody. Get some rolls here.
Okay, so it's going to go...
Typical.
Might be a slightly less rowdy
Go white, green, blue.
commentary today without Hunter here to
Red.
be a bad influence.
All right. So we've got white. We've got... Oh gosh, numbers everywhere.
White, green, blue, red, purple, yellow.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right.
So if you're not familiar with our draft here, all the players roll. You can kind of read it here. Roll for draft order. Tyler's setting those turns right now. Then first in the order, Lazyboy will take the speaker token, and that'll really get passed around. But they then get to ban one of the available 17 factions in order. So it'll go white, green, blah, 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 blah. And then the last in the order will get to then pick one slice, and then we'll work our way up that order. And then in normal draft order, they'll pick factions. So generally speaking, first in the order gets the pick of the best stuff, and they're also guaranteed to get warfare or tech or whatever strategy card they want. So they start off with really good stuff, which is why you'll notice that the slices seem pretty imbalanced because with that very good start, they basically have less to grab, whereas the player with the assumed worst start, white over here, once the draft is over, has pick of the litter when it comes to planets and whatnot.
Ooh, early people banning good factions. Gonna ban the ghost.
All right, seeing some bans so far. Nalu, into Sar, into Sol. Pretty rare to see the very best factions go first in the draft. Usually you see those held out. The first 2 players typically want to ban the biggest thorns on their sides, but not necessarily great factions. But also by banning Nalu, you actually open up the opportunity for more factions that start with a blue tech, which is actually pretty important to the blue and purple slices. You want something like Barony or Hakan. So we're seeing a bunch of these blue tech factions get banned. The only one that is left now will be Barony. So I expect to see our 6th player Axel
Just a
probably end up with,
reminder,
or sorry, our first player, Lazyboy,
Axel,
probably
just
end up
place your yellow marker in that player.
with Barony. So Nalu, Sar, Sol, Ghosts, Hakan, Jolnar. Pretty typical ban, I would say. Not in the order I would have expected, but those 6 factions are what I would expect to see banned, for sure. So Axel's here going to get first pick of slice. The general knowledge is that white is the best, but lots of players have specific goals in mind. They may want to pull something off in red. Who knows? The blue-yellow skip there is pretty useful, but they stick to the conventional wisdom. We got a quiet crew today. I actually might have more opportunities to commentate with the players being less talkative.
Where it's at.
All right, so we see the second order start to break with the conventions. We see red as the second pick, and then yellow, Sprite as the third pick. Blue likely taking green here. And then it's usually pretty much automatic. There's no reason for 5th pick to take blue and guarantee themselves end of speaker order and a bad slice. That's typically not how you want to go out.
Oh, that was a surprise.
So White's decision is made for him.
Perfect. Now, if you would all please, actually, we'll finish the draft on the factions, and we'll jump out and grab our seat.
What's the quick key to set a screen remember?
Control, and then the number that you want to have as the quick key. And then when you want to switch to that screenshot or that spot, you hit shift and the same number.
Here's.
That's what I use all the time. See? Boom, boom. Kapowie. Kablamo. Whoosh. Lazyboy maybe fishing for Necro. Very interesting. Not what you'd expect for the blue slice. Not a bad faction, but no starting blue tech. They're gonna be thirsty for gravity drive. They're certainly hoping maybe Barony ends up in purple or white, but if Barony's across the table, that could be dangerous for them. You might even see the person sitting in purple, Mmrnmhrm, here specifically not pick Barony just to keep it out of Necro's hands. But also the things that Barony could get up to round 1, especially without Necro being able to contest them for that Lazar Saculag equidistant. By white picking Necro, green could have just opened up a lot of their opportunities here. That's Rolo. I said Mmrnmhrm, but Rolo might have lots of opportunities. Ooh, taking a Sorrel. I believe it's Blue's turn to pick faction.
Oh, right. It is backward.
It's white, and then, yeah, Rolo went, and now it's on 808.
How's chat doing today? What y'all up to, chat? How's it going? Quiet morning this morning. Hi, Kate. Wave. All right. Ooh, so blue's going to steal Barony. Red indicated they wanted it. Blue's going to jump on it. Not a bad slice for Barony. Not especially lucrative. Brian settles for Lizix, he says. Ooh, I would love an extra pick in red here. Big fan of extra in red. Yeah, Barney doesn't really need the blue skip is the thing, with Barney being in green. Kind of interesting. If you missed the draft, here's the bands. Pretty normal bands. Like I said, though, just not quite in the order we would have expected them. It was Nalu, Sar, Soul Ghost, Hakan, Jolnar.
All 6 picked. Perfect. If you guys would please jump on into your seat colors.
And a Yin. Love seeing Yin. All right, we have our factions for game number 3.
Perfect.
Pretty standard lot, I would say.
Place your token on your drawer and then hit unpack.
Refreshingly standard. I think game 2 got off to kind of a wild start. So maybe we'll see some more standard play from these quiet players today. The quiet players, though, usually means the game goes very fast. Not as much deal making, not as much, you know, narrating what they're going to do as they do it. They just act quickly and jump on people. Oh, darn it! It happened again. I was dealt secret objectives. That's okay. It doesn't affect what they all got dealt, but I am gonna jump into the spectator spot. Tabletop Simulator is not especially reliable when it comes to, like, I'm not supposed to have a hand, but that doesn't necessarily mean it always works. So we're gonna quit being able to interact with the board. It's not a big deal, but these players are now picking their secret objectives, and then we'll reveal the first 2 public objectives, and then this game will be underway.
Why is it suddenly my turn?
Alright, it was my turn, and
You can ignore the turn order until you guys actually pick strategy cards.
So I've got 2 players left that need to go down to 1 secret, please.
I'm excited to see what our first 2...
For some reason, the AFK card is black to me.
So do I just flip it and pull it out, or should I pull it out? Or should I just pull
Yeah, flip it in your hand, and then you can drag it out.
We still have some players. I know Robel's one of them. There's a couple others that aren't as active in specifically the like Discord Tabletop Simulator community. So don't be weirded out if you see players in these semifinals still a bit uncomfortable with the controls of Tabletop Simulator. They're still smart TI players, but a lot of new TTS people joined.
We're going to be negotiating trade routes.
Joined this tournament to give it a whirl.
And cornering the market. Control 4 planets that each have the same planet trade.
All right.
With that, your semi-game begins.
Trade goods and 4 of the same trait.
Oh, I'm definitely taking trade now.
There you go. Yeah, that makes a round 1 trade pretty good, especially as Necro. You don't hate that. Let's get our scoreboard all filled in here. I do want to delete. I'm gonna hop into color real quick, just so that I can.
Going with tech.
There we go. All right, sorry for the whirly get. We're spinning around and around, going a little crazy here, but had to fix that stuff. Let's get these scoreboards up in order. We've got trade pick from the Necro.
Okay, I'm gonna be very nice to everybody right here.
Rolo
And
is Isarl.
diplomacy. Ooh,
Whoa. Xcha wants it. Xcha's thirsty.
because I'm gonna pop it turn 2.
Xcha wants to get Wellen,
The token
I
is awesome.
suspect.
Just straight gain from it.
So there's our wild behavior for this game 3.
Almost everybody,
Every game's got a weird one.
everybody, but well,
Everybody but the person
no,
with warfare.
purple can afford because they don't need to do warfare
Just
secondary.
catching up here.
True.
Xcha. Oops.
Everyone but whoever picks politics out of the last 2 people.
Yeah, Mmrnmhrm's probably begging, is hoping Robel there takes politics, and maybe they can find
And
a way to
everybody will be able to get their best system.
buy
turn
the speaker
1 and
token.
then refresh it turn 2.
You'd love to see Diplo into maybe construction or warfare round 2 from
Y'all waiting
Xcha.
on Robel? Waiting on Robel?
Yes, it is green Barony's turn to grab a strategy card. And somehow you managed to draw the stage 1 objective, corner the market.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I was trying to do that control number thing. And took it into my hand and I didn't notice what it.
I think you got push to talk on 2 different platforms. Could you disable the tabletop simulator one? We're getting a bit of an echo. Please.
Looks like Barony taking leadership. Surprising to
Can you say that one?
see
I won't tell you speaker, just for reference.
politics go all the way around. There it is. So no
Sticking with
construction,
leadership,
no Imperial.
No speaker opportunity. All right. I think
We've
that's
got
all of our strat picks.
Axel here as the yin.
I will set the turn order here, and then we can start the.
Getting my brain backwards. Sorry, guys. I'm still updating some spreadsheets here. Getting everything caught up just as they get ready to dive into the action.
Uh-oh. Hang on one second. We'll lock that down. If you haven't done so already, please make sure your home systems are locked out.
All right.
Also, as a quality of life thing, please remove the planets before placing your token or moving your.
Chalklax says every few minutes I can't resist the urge to try and zoom in and fail. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'll try to be in this view as much as possible. During combats and stuff, I'll get in nice and close, but generally I want everyone to be able to see the whole map. But chat, all you ever have to do is ask me, and I can zoom in for you. This is all live, so don't be afraid to ask for information. I'm here for you, the people. We're seeing standard expansion, not even just standard, but
It's safe to say these guys started in space.
imperative
Assign any to your planet.
expansion due to the round 1 Diplo pick out of Xcha, and as he took it,
Settings for tabletop simulator. Click to
indicating they would...
What was the question? I'm sorry.
To turn off push to talk, what you could do is just go into your audio settings and in your voice input, drag that volume knob all the way to the left. That would fit the bill too.
Yeah, or you could change that hotkey to something like tilde.
Getting some technical stuff out of the way, folks. What are the chances Xtra takes both equidistance round 1? 0. Diplo's not going to help them get extra carriers on the board and split into 2 directions. Even with Warfare, that would have been...
Is that better?
A struggle. They only start with the 1 carrier. That makes it pretty tricky. But yeah, we might see Xtra jump onto Gravity Drive round 1. Be interesting. I guess that's how they could get both equidistance. I just don't suspect they have the money for tech and an extra carrier
ever seen
and everything to time out perfectly.
Yeah, my
if that happens,
I actually didn't see the cruiser there at all, and I saw only the I don't know if it was off the board and just on the side, but I didn't see my cruiser there.
it's a magic Christmas land
carrier.
if Xtra pulls off
Sorry,
both equidistance. Also a bit bold, I would say.
A bit shit, really.
I believe Barony here is intending to get Gravity Drive before he moves that second carrier out. And he may have the bold move to try to take Mel and Zobat before anybody else can. So the single Dread taking 1 infantry. It can only carry 1 infantry, so they're just getting the 1 planet. But I suspect they want to get a lockdown on Mel and Zobat before Xtra becomes a problem there. If Xtra get PDS and flagship down, Barony's ability to get Mel and Zobat would become greatly hurt.
On popping leadership before or after diplomacy?
Hadn't really thought about it.
Brian asking when.
Was planning on popping it sooner than later.
I mean, I'm tossing up taking Mmrnmhrm or taking Quan right now. And Mmrnmhrm is not really worth anything if you're popping Diplo before or leadership before Diplo.
So was there a offer or something in there for?
It's could you wait to pop leadership until Diplo is popped? I will not be popping tech as my second action.
So Brian already getting to work here. Imson says, wrong, Brian. You can double tech and go for War Sons. Sure could, Imson.
Green, how do you feel about sharing Mel and Zobat?
Xtra sees the writing on the wall.
I think I'm okay with that.
Robel takes that deal?
I'd like it the other way.
That seems suspect. We'll call it suspect. What do you say, folks? Why hold the carrier back if you're not going to go steal Mel and Zobat, you know? Quiet, slow deals this morning. We like our 10-second pauses in between conversations. We're on Green's turn. They're looking to move. Ooh. Oof. This is a misstep. This was ill-conceived, folks. That is not what you want to see. The Dread took the 2-planet system, and the Carrier is taking the 1-planet system with 2 infantry. We're in a new meta. The new meta is here to stay.
Final movement for you there, Robel.
There it is, passing that turn.
And Yellow, how do you feel about splitting Abyss for you?
I would prefer to have Freya and let you have Abyss.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Wow, okay. Xcha making deals on both equidistance, and I think both neighbors see Xcha and go, I'd rather take a deal than him threaten me with PDS all game.
And I'm going to racially take Abyss.
Perfect. Can you please hit the play button there once we're hitting strategy card primaries, just so we can get the action window to pop up?
So everyone's going to activate Centauri Grawl.
I thought I did.
He's going to annex Abyss Freya. Now,
Me and Lazyboy had already said that we used the second.
Oh, my bad. I missed it. I was typing some notes over here.
I don't suspect Brian is the most
Tokens.
honorable of players.
Basic words on.
So I don't know how long that deal will stick, but
Seems good.
Xcha does now have their blue skip, should they choose to use it. But also,
And for
2 extra
following,
bucks?
just drop that token in the production area.
They can barely afford tech
Looks like
and
you're good.
gravity drive with this, or just tech and then have $1 left over, which
Mine
isn't great.
directly into the system. Just let me know which is the preferred.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's fine too.
Now we got players doing the secondary to replenish, to refresh some planets.
You're good, Brian.
Brian is over here. Brian is our L1 Z1X player. He actually wanted to play Barony, but it was taken just before he could buy green. So Brian took L1 Z1X instead. L1 over here in Sprite with a red skip. It's been suggested they could do a War Sun L1. I'm all for it.
Robel, you're good. Sorry, I didn't see your token until now. You can refresh your.
Mate, let's go take a look at the bands. Let's go on a little sojourn over here. Dun 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 dun. Uh-oh, they deleted him. Okay, well, I'll just have to tell you. Why did he get rid of my bands? All right. It was Nalu, and then Sar,
Oh,
and then Soul. So the first 3 people kind of shirking the responsibility of getting rid of less good factions. And then fourth ban from Brian was the Ghosts of Creus. And then 5th ban was Hakan.
Where?
And then 6th was Jolnar. Hunter will not be joining us today. We're actually splitting the responsibilities today. EJ might join me later today. But Hunter will be your commentator tomorrow. I am your commentator today. Last weekend almost killed us. Not to mention, the disease out and about adds stress to all of our lives. And 20 hours of Twilight Imperium in a weekend is a bit more than either of us could handle.
I went for second.
So we're tag teaming. Tag in, tag out.
Lazyboy.
Smovins, I agree. We all know everyone's here for Hunter, not Matt.
That one
Nobody wants the Matt commentary.
Just FYI. So
If my YouTube comments are any indication, people super duper love the comedic distractions in the middle of a tournament game of Twilight Imperium. That's their favorite thing. So if you're on YouTube and you love funny asides that have nothing to do with the game,
Looks like we're getting you as well. Yellow, red, say
like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell for notifications when our videos go live.
And I just need the agendas, please. Yep.
Let's get back to the action.
Perfect.
Let's see who replenished here or refreshed. Green got $2 and a blue skip.
So surprised.
Yin got $3 and a green skip. Green skip not going to be useful this round.
Yeah,
But
confusing
that's
legal
some units.
text and 2 sabotages.
Necro making out like a bandit here. 5 extra bucks. Diplo is feeling great for Lazyboy. So despite not getting that blue tech faction, I think he's going to
So
be
that one on
okay.
the bottom, please.
Okay.
Asaro chose not to.
On the top.
Didn't want the extra money.
Perfect.
Is
Top
that correct? Or have they just not flipped them yet? No. They want to, yep, they want to do politics. And maybe they're hoping to get an extra $1 somewhere else. They do have a trade proposition here.
Who wants
So
to trade?
I suspect Rolo's going for
If you
politics
go
and tech.
Here, we'll be neighbors.
And then Brian did replenish Mmrnmhrm. This was the conversation Brian had with leadership earlier. Brian's looking to net 2 extra tokens this round.
Come to Honor Law, Pete. We can trade. Or in fact, I can't even destroy it now.
And my personal opinion is that the less trade goods in play, the less people will be able to efficiently pay for the tech secondary or warfare.
I mean, maybe yes, until Diplo went. I think that's gone out the window.
I agree with that. People are going to have plenty of money. They're going to be fine. Trade goods are obviously more flexible, but
Lazyboy, let's be friends.
Brian's the only one getting hurt by
It's like
lack of resources off the Diplo. Here comes trade. Let's listen in. I think there's going to be a decent amount of
commodities for you.
conversation
Are you gonna
here.
be refreshing anybody?
Mate Nason, sorry, the trade
Gonna
pick
be
is
neighbors.
primarily due
Yeah.
to that.
I'd let you Diplo.
Necro
That's
took
true.
trade first.
Asaro
5
could
trade
be
goods
your
is out there.
neighbor as well.
Necro's probably looking to
Asaro is your
convert
neighbor.
resources into command counters. I don't hate it at all.
I'll let Extra refresh because
Alright.
he played Diplo.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.
And White can refresh, but you'll have to give me a full wash. Maybe 2 turns.
Lazy wants a full wash.
Sure.
And if
From
anyone
White?
else wants to refresh, they can do that.
Rolo needs to get in here.
So,
White.
The deal to wash is what, did you say?
I just refresh White and red. And that's
So, Blue, you see where you have your trade primary and then all the colors? Please click the colors of the people that you
Rolo really needs to speak up here. His round kind of depends on getting, I would say, at least $1.
All right.
You said yellow.
I said red. I meant, did I not press red?
So I got red and white refreshed off the primary. Did anybody want to follow the secondary?
Whoa.
Robel is.
Okay.
Robel is going to do the secondary.
Actually, I'm out of strategy token.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay, never mind.
Rolo,
Robel almost
your token, you're
Replenish
good.
those commodities
Yes,
as
sir.
barony, but already did politics and already did Diplo. So unable.
All right. I think we've got all the secondaries. Perfect.
Rolo just goes ahead and uses it himself, though. So, wow. What does he want that money? He's not getting tech. Rolo is officially not getting tech. Unless... I don't know how he could afford it. Pop that. $1 there. If he can convert all 3 of those into trade goods, maybe. But it seems like he's going to go techless this round. Moving out to Quan. Hit the Quan! Hit the Quan!
Oh,
David S. Knorr in the chat. Throwing the shade on Robel. Not a fan.
Pop tech unless paid quite handsomely by Rolo in a non-binding. Since you don't have a token to follow.
Yeah,
Or the money, for that matter.
it's true.
Brian, see if he can get paid to stall tech out for Rolo. But if I'm Rolo, I just forget it. You're not doing tech this round.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and pop tech.
All right, the window popped off again. So
When I
primaries,
close it.
here it goes again. All right, we know the drill, and then.
All right, I'm gonna try to keep up with these tech gets here, and then I'll update you afterwards. We'll give a full update on who all got what tech. I'm gonna try to keep up here though while they're firing off.
All right, L1, I see you getting 2 tech. You look good.
L1, double blueing. Sprints for gravity drive right away.
Drive for L1. Turtles, are we going to be following?
This gives L1 the opportunity to immediately betray Xcha and take Evs for you. But Brian may be a command counter.
For Yin, and then
Command counter boy.
Necro. Are we doing necro things? No, we're out of tokens. All right.
Red, green, and purple.
Yin, I think you grabbed
All.
anti-mass. Okay.
Not using tech.
Perfect.
Necro looks like they don't want the command counters. Gonna go all units round 1. All right, let's jump over to our tech screen real quick just so everyone gets the update. Not much tech round 1.
I'm going to flip leadership.
Lizix sprints down blue, gets ready to do some aggressive behavior. Leadership popping in the background, so nothing. You're not missing anything there.
Go ahead and hit the...
Necro doesn't get any command counters. There's only 1 gravity drive on the board available to them, and it's far away. Well, not that far. They got a beta wormhole they could go through.
There's your leadership primary.
Barony gets no tech. Xcha gets no tech. Isarl gets no tech. And then Yin gets anti-mass.
Not at the moment.
Awesome.
Maybe Yin sees the slow behavior out of Necro and says, if I get an early gravity
Go
drive,
ahead and show me
what could I pull off?
what's in the production.
Probably not going to lead anywhere, though.
Necro, you're good.
Shoot.
Sorrow.
My token bag has disappeared.
It's right
That's-
here. I moved it up here just to make it a bit easier.
Everybody's-
okay.
Yeah, it's tough to see because it's black. I'll give it a different tint.
Everybody's getting their command counters
There
now.
we go. And you're good, L1. Turtles, you are good as well. Perfect.
Yeah, no, Barony did intend to use its strategy counter for trade, but did not. They actually did politics, as you can see by the action cards.
Well, my tokens just disappeared off
And they
the
did
board.
Diplo. They fall through the sheet pretty easily. Usually you can see them. You'll see the border of them through the command sheet.
I found 2. Did you already place a third?
David, you're throwing like harsh shade on Robel. I'm wondering if you know him, if you're playing it up, or if you're just very mad to see
I can also reorganize my...
this pretty
Just the
pretty
ones
weird expansion out of Barony, and I don't disagree that this is bad. This is just bad. There's not really any other way to look at it, but yeah. Warfare hasn't even popped yet, and Yin no longer has tokens and strategy. Thanks to leadership, a few other players did get stuff back in their secondaries.
The
Okay.
A-hole, would you be interested in a 2 for 3?
Extra looking to
Yes, I
trade.
would.
Trading with a Sorrel. A Sorrel popped their own commodities. Now they're going to cut Necro out of trade.
I thought R was supposed to swap out multiples for singles.
It should.
It should.
It's not working on my commodities.
Uh-oh.
No problem. I think I can do that for you. Nope, I can't.
TTS, such a trustworthy and useful program. So good. Never any bugs ever.
All right. And I'm sorry, what was the trade we agreed to?
2 for 3.
2 of mine for 3 of purples. And I just put them in this
So
bracket.
extra making
Perfect.
$3. Got 2 commodities left over.
All right, I see 3
Nobody. Yin still has commodities. I don't suspect
2
they'll be
there.
able to pull off a trade with Yin. Here comes Yin with Mehar Zul. They'll have 2 tech skips. Will they get a third? Will it matter? Next time. David. I'm disgusted by this play. That said, I want him to win now. I'll be curious to see what his round 2 strategy card pick is. He did not haggle for the speaker token. He did not get gravity drive. So won't be making a play for Mechatol Rex. Who's our most likely contender for Mechatol at this point? Brian. It's going to be Brian. 4th pick. Only person with gravity drive. And only person in range.
2 for 2 trade.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to leave this camera angle up, but got to let the dog inside.
I can't break down my 3.
No worries. I'll help you out. Here's your leftover for you.
Okay, thank you.
That's a stall.
Alrighty. Thought we were doing a sorrel things right out the gate.
No,
There was going to
I
be this
wish.
secret ship that popped up.
All right. So, extra, I am willing to this note for your 2 commodity.
Who's talking? I'm sorry.
Lizix.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Alright. We've got a trade for a hidden promissory for 2 commodities from the turtle.
Okay. Do you care to use that note this second? Since it's the correct timing window for that note?
Well, it has to be the start of my turn, right?
Doesn't it say the start of my turn?
No, it says at the start of your turn.
I'm back.
Oh,
Hello,
okay.
everyone.
Never mind then.
I'm definitely nervous about how far ahead Brian might get here. He's going to be ahead in the tech game.
All right. Time to be...
There he goes. Didn't want to betray extra right away. That comes later. Looks like Asarl stalled here for a bit. Sorry, I missed that, everybody. Was away.
All right, and that's final movement.
Asarl just trying to stall out warfare, but doesn't seem like he's going to really stall anybody actually out of it. I don't think I agree with that plan. I don't think anybody's actually going to get affected by it. Everybody else has command. I mean, it could just cause everybody to burn a command token, basically. I mean, everybody's got money saved up. Everybody wants to use Warfare, for sure. I just don't suspect Isara will actually be able to stall them out of it round 1. So L1, lots of influence. They will be able to take Mechatol Rex and also afford command tokens next turn. Entirely possible they end up with leadership. Picking 4th. Everybody else might not challenge them on it. I don't see anybody else pushing for Mechatol, so no reason to assume anyone else thinks they need to get the jump on it. I'm surprised Xcha got
Hey,
no
Rolo,
tech.
are you playing Warfare next round or this round?
My plan is to stall unless I'm paid otherwise.
Robel.
Rolo wants the money. Gavin, he won't even really be CC starved.
My intention's to
I
stall.
mean, he's got rare on now. Yeah, it's only 1, sure. But, you know, with a single trade good, they can still buy 2 command counters next turn. So I wouldn't even call it starved. Yeah, extra saving the money for a carrier. Not tech and a carrier. Tech's already popped anyways. But $4, carrier and some
Hey, Red,
fighters.
how soon were you planning on moving over there to take
I can't this round. I don't have anything that can get there.
Okay, I'm gonna move a destroyer up there so I can prior to you.
Robel trying to stall a bit here, although again, building off of Warfare isn't going to do any good for them. They have activated all of the planets in range. They were not able to get gravity drive. They're not going anywhere else. But moving the destroyer out does at the very least give them room to build more ships, but they're barony, so they weren't really worried about fleet supply in the first place. So, not a fan. Would have much rather seen barony get grav drive this round. But I believe they were out of tokens when tech popped. So a misplay, probably on the politics. Barony did not need 2 action cards this round. Certainly not more than they needed. Gravity drive.
All right.
I'd say this is a great slice for L1. 5 resources at home, and then the ability to get 11 influence is pretty rad. And then your muscle, you got the muscle to take Abyss Frio whenever you need to. So I'm a
What are you looking for to not stall Warfare?
I'm a big fan of Brian's position here.
Well, with a trade good objective on the board, I would like cash, but I guess I'd prefer to hear offers than to speculate on what those offers might.
And Yellow, are you... how does it then work on cards? Is that where you
Yeah,
have to
Gavigan, I
card?
suspect
You
that's
can
a
do
bit of
second
the
card?
case. Diplo,
Correct. If I don't have any strategy tokens, you cannot use that note.
So
But
are you...
I have it right now, and I'm perfectly fine if you use it right now.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and use that then.
All right. Cybernetic enhancements.
Interesting.
No one loses
Yep,
the strat
I paid the cost.
And you
I
gain
believe
a
I was
token
out of the
here.
room when this transaction happened, but I assume that's how L1 got their money. They're $2 there. $2 for a strategy counter. Extra's gonna burn another action. Really hoping they can pull this off, but Sarl has given every indication. They got 2 action cards.
Stall.
If Sarl really wanted to, they could stall into next Tuesday. Yin says, "Screw it. I don't care. I don't need to wait on this.
There. So I see 5
I'm
total
going
resources.
to build." Yeah, Barony waited on the leadership too long, and all the other strategy cards popped pretty early. So definitely hurt themselves. Ooh, a Dread for Yin.
That's good.
Round 1. Interesting. And they got Animass. Are they going for Dread too early? Maybe they have the 5 Dreadnought secret, and they're just like, you know what? I'm going to lean into it. I got to fight Necro anyways. I don't want to lose units for nothing. Let me sustain some damage instead. Brian does not have a token in strategy anymore. Brian will not be doing the secondary of... Ooh, he's got his money out there too, but... Yeah, how is he? He
Looks
just
good.
lost his last token in strategy. So I'm not sure what this money is about. Necro also says, I don't need you. I'll build my own home. Although they do have $3 left over. They could do the secondary of warfare as well and build again. Build a bunch more fighters and ground forces if they want. Another ship. Another
I intend
cruiser.
to stall again. Anyone want to talk about that before I do?
Rolo's not done.
Can give you my ceasefire.
Is it
Holy
green?
crap.
Ceasefire from Xcha.
That was who
Extra.
was talking about? Extra. Extra
Over having this 2-2 around.
I don't think Xcha's worried about
ceasefire and 1 trade good.
Sarl having
Trade good.
his ceasefire.
Fine, just your ceasefire. I had to
Xcha's
try.
probably not planning to
Okay.
do much action through the alpha.
Okay. That was a trade for a ceasefire to pop warfare.
True.
Here we go. All right, warfare primary. Which token we warfare in there, Sarl? Freeing up Lodor. Okay. And you can take that back and redistribute your tokens if you
My animals have come into the room, everyone. Co-commentators. Dog and cat.
There's that ceasefire for you too. And if we're gonna be following, go ahead and
So warfare does finally pop. Rolo finally gets paid. Probably not what he wanted. He wanted money. Accepted a ceasefire since nobody else was biting. Kind of just went, well, fine.
You are
I'll take what I can
good.
get. Ceasefire from Extra. Probably
All right. This is what
his
I'm building
least
at home.
preferred ceasefire on the table.
okay.
Where did...
Just real quick.
Sorry, where did that
just
token
double-check
come
the
from?
secondaries.
This token
Yeah.
He's-
from my sheet.
Oh, you're
Yeah, he's
building.
doing that.
Sorry.
Oh,
All right, carry on.
Yeah. And I have one still here because I refreshed Mmrnmhrm and used Mir to buy back.
You're good, Brian. I'm getting in the way. I saw the warfare timing and then saw you do that, and I freaked out, man. I freaked.
Ryan's
He's doing it the normal way, old-fashioned.
There's still
Yeah.
people doing the warfare.
yeah, we're still waiting on warfare secondary. So for future reference, guys, on warfare primary, give it just a bit so I can go around and see the
Very true, Gavigan. He could make his money later.
before we pass.
We're talking about Isarl getting that ceasefire from Extra. Not very worth it for Isarl. But maybe it's a delayed income kind of thing. He sells that ceasefire to green or yellow here, Barony or L1.
Robel.
Could make some decent money. This is a game of no 4 commodity factions. We do have. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Of course, Extra does. But yeah, we do have 3 2s at the table, 2
I want to
3s,
use this, but I can't break
and a
it
4.
No
So
problem.
low dollar.
There, so
Low dollar.
get one back, and that build is good.
If Isarl could sell that to Barony fast enough before next round, he could prevent Extra from really ever taking Melon Zobat. Although I don't suspect they're looking to be that cruel.
I think I got you, brother. You could just flip those. Yep. Alright. I think we're good on the Warfare Secondary. Brian, I saw your turn to your
So,
square. And
Brian built normal,
Robel.
just 2 fighters, keeping home a little bit more protected. Extra did get more ground forces to stay at home and 2 more in the carrier to go out. Barony got 2 dreads, 2 infantry. With no grav drive, they're not really going to go any... Nope. What you doing? Don't activate home, buddy. You got no money. I think maybe Robel's figuring out now that they have nowhere they can go. They've got nothing. They've already expanded to all the places they can actually get to, even with their 2 dreads. Their only option would be to attack an extra cruiser for basically no reason. My dog is trying to eat my cat's food. Oh, he's going to go for it anyways. I don't like this. Who else bought stuff?
Alright.
Yin didn't do the
activates
secondary.
The empty alpha.
Here he comes. Fighting words.
Not so empty.
Well, you know what I mean.
Not aggression. I just don't want that there. So if you want
Necro.
to, that's great. But
Got another carrier for their $3.
Well, they can't retreat because they have nothing adjacent and no skilled retreat. So
Sarl pulled the Lodor token, so they're going to make a jump on Lazar Saculag since Case and Rayron was decided for them. Won't be bad, though.
Happy to move it out next round. I just can't move right now.
Will he bring any ground forces? What is the plan here? These dreads might be what go take Melon Zobat later. That could be the thought here. Invest in next round.
Alright.
Takes both.
2 dreads, 2
Looking to
infantry.
jump on Extra
That's in the
perhaps.
movement.
Okay.
Or could
So
go
we got
dig into a Sarl.
Space cannons, so
Don't
go
suspect
right
that's the
into,
play.
The start of the combat phase. No anti-fighter. Any abilities for green? Cards or abilities?
Twitch, let me know how the audio's feeling for you all. Player audio, my audio. Just want to make sure the levels are good, so let me know if anything has seemed
Robel, I'm
too
assuming.
low, too high.
And then for Ixchel.
You tell me.
Alright, go ahead and load up your battle calculators, please. That's 2 dreads for green.
A
1
fight.
cruiser for red.
Dun 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 dun.
Good. You just hit that CMB.
Kimbit.
Oh, great. Our rollers aren't working.
Wow. All our stuff is bugged out today.
They are.
They're very slow. What's going on?
I think that's the red roller has an error in the script. Nope, they both do.
Is it possible to try to spawn a new one in and see if it works?
The tech savvy people know how I could do that.
You'd probably have to have it already saved. I don't know if I have one or not.
Let me check my components. It's unlikely.
I'm going through the mod now to see if I can't.
Yeah. Having some glitches today. Tabletop Simulator is not being kind to us in this tournament. There are not usually this many glitches, but we have had a significant one every single game so far.
It's not any of the board cabinet things, is it?
You can hear my cat very mad at my dog.
Oh, found it. See if that works. And if not, here's the second one, but the second one could be Franken.
Alright, let's try one first.
Oh boy, you gotta love it. Gotta love this little
Go ahead and just
little world.
Give it a nope. And let's try the second one. No dice.
Yeah, it was a... Why is everything bugged out today?
Just try and maybe reload the whole map.
Everybody, real quick, just all the other players, just try a little sample combat on your battle calculators. I'm assuming it's for everybody. I just want to make sure. Yeah, looks like it's just a script error across the board.
It's probably why the tokens are not switching as well.
Okay. Should we just do a save? Do I reload?
I don't know if it's worth reloading or if it's just worth doing the combat the slow way. I don't know what saves more time. Trying to fix it all now, or...
Yeah, how about we do the slow way for now, and when we take a break at the next break, reload.
Okay. So Robel, I hit the number 5, so it'll show up that it's hitting on 5s. Go ahead and hit the roll button twice for me. And then for extra, it's a 7. Go ahead and hit that roll button, please. You got one more dice to roll, Robel. Alright, one hit each.
I want to get a secret conversation with Brian. Is now a good time for
1 second, please.
Okay.
Just want to finish out the combat here. Assign to hit. Alright. I believe that's the end of combat.
I think so.
Okay, great. And then, yeah, once we skip over to you, Mmrnmhrm, we'll jump into Secret Combo.
All right.
Pete, do you want to have a quick chat about strategy cards?
In the secret room.
Ooh.
I'll try it, but I'm worried that I come out of it, my computer's just going to crash, so we'll see what happens. Which one's the secret room?
You guys can jump in Secrets 2, since another Secret's happening in Secrets 1.
Unless we support swap.
Ooh. Brian wants to
Yeah.
support swap.
So, strategy cards next time. I can take tech or trade.
Less interesting.
Pro planet.
So to be clear, if we support swap, you will leave Mmrnmhrm.
Yes, 0 units in Kusanraran, so that you are free to take.
Well, I don't see how I can say no. I think we've got a deal.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks.
Lazyboy, are you there? Seems like your computer maybe crashed again.
I think we killed him.
Yeah. He was afraid that might happen.
did say.
Did we have a secret combo?
Yeah, they were in a second secret conversation, and Lazyboy was afraid that it would probably crash his computer, and it did.
Oh no. We're off to a good round 1.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, I'm gonna jump back in.
Oh, I didn't realize as soon as we went to a secret convo, everyone else jumped into a
Basically,
secret convo.
everybody went.
Can you hear me?
Yep. We
Yep.
can
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah, I'm using my phone because I'm just restarting my computer. We can do the secret conversation if you want to do it on my phone.
Okay, should we jump into this other room again? Trade or tech strategy cards next time.
Yeah.
If I take trade, then I'm just going to do the same as you did in terms of not refreshing many people, keep the number of trade goods low. The alternative is I take tech, and then you take trade, and then we can potentially sort some tech dealings plus splitting on the law. And
I was
basically,
I was kind of thinking the same thing. I was thinking that I would prefer actually if you had tech and I had
Okay.
trade, because I can do you a good deal for
so
the.
we can essentially get to both everyone having 5 trade goods.
Yeah.
I can double tech, get something juicy, and then what I'm basically after is defending against barony on my flank, and I'd prefer if you and like Saronko were more antagonistic than towards me.
If you throw in is it ambush? Are you going to research that? The
double yellow.
Yeah.
I'm quite away from that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
I
fine.
need a yellow skip. But I mean,
Yeah.
basically, what I'm trying to work with you as opposed to just fighting and letting
Yeah.
like Lizix and. Okay.
I
yeah,
think that it can work
So
out.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take tech. You take trade. Go from there.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Looks like we're still missing one player.
Yeah, Lazyboy, are you able to jump back in here?
Yeah,
Hang on.
I was waiting for my computer to restart, and it's some reason.
So I'm passing. So it would be then Necro.
Yep.
Next up. So
can just
I'm
hold on
gonna
to the
hold off
turn.
ending turn
Yeah.
until.
Perfect, thank you. We're gonna get through this, gang. We'll get these bugs fixed. Gotta get the super smart people to wake up.
I think with mine, it just seemed to be it's been all fine all week. It just seems to be when I alt tab out, so I'm not going to alt tab out my game.
And Lazyboy, I'm able to move you around easier through secret conversations if doing it on your phone is kind of a pain in the butt. So I can click and drag you into.
Switch back into normal Discord now anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang with us there, everybody. We're just working out some kinks. Let's talk about the game so far while we're waiting. Here were the bans. They don't have the tokens anymore, but it was kind of a weird ban. Nalu first, into Sar, Soul, Ghosts, Hakan, and then Jolnar. So like not quite the order you would expect, but all the factions you would more or less expect. Barony, of course, did get through. We've seen a Diplo round 1. That's fun. Out of X-Chat, I would say at this point underutilized the Diplo. Not bad. Not at all calling it bad, but you know, didn't jump for gravity drive, which could have been a really cool benefit of getting that Grawl right away. Just get gravity drive, and then next round, maybe work on getting the flagship out. Especially since he annexed Abyss, like he's got some extra cash for next round. Pretty good play out of Brian we're seeing so far. Timed out tech decently enough. Double teched into gravity drive. Ready to pounce on Mechatol Rex next turn. Pounced on Case and Rare on this turn. That'll help them get the 6 influence they need, while then also still being able to afford command tokens next turn. They'll take Mechatol, and they have indicated they're going to concede Case and Rare on to Rolo. So getting the jump on it for the Mechatol grab, and then probably re-divert into Abyss Freya, even though they have said they're going to share this.
Or are we still waiting on Lazy?
Yeah, Axel's passed. It would be Lazy
Support swap between these two.
Lazyboy, do you know if you're going to be passing? Just want to.
I was just going to ask White to refresh my last trade token.
Necro and Yin
Got it.
being very kind
He
to
is
each other.
agreeable. I'll flip it for you, and then
My animals are fighting in the background.
Rolo's up.
My cat does not like that the dog is being allowed into the cat's room where the cat's food is. Not a fan. Sorrel finally making the jump on Lazar Saculag. They saved the 1 command counter. Stalled out Warfare about as long as they were willing to until they could get paid. Only got paid a ceasefire from Extra, which is not ideal. They only brought 1 infantry. Oh, no, there's the 2. Okay, excuse me. No, it's a fighter. Yeah, they only brought 1 infantry. So not getting the most out of this delay. Honestly, not loving
All right.
round 1. Not loving everyone's play round 1.
You want to swap?
L1's doing all right. Yin's doing good. Necro with the trade made out
and
fine.
You take care of the.
And there's a support swap. Yowza dowza, folks.
So
We're in it.
Swap between a Sorrel.
We're in it.
And then I pass.
My cat really wants my dog to
Robel's
quit
also
following
gonna
her.
have-
All right, let's get this updated. So purple and yellow. Oofa doofa, the first points hit the board.
Well, you're passing. We'll put you
A cowardly support swap round 1 out of Brian and Rolo.
Tabletop is really slow.
2 of the favorites to win.
So in those types of things, I'm just going to help you out, just to keep it a little bit more fluid.
I appreciate you.
I got you, brother.
Appreciate you. I think so. Ski Trip. Yeah, I think Asaral's plan from the get-go was to Warfare and take Case and Rare on, and they were not expecting L1 to make the jump.
Passes.
You'd certainly typically expect Sprite
To you, Asarl.
to make the jump on Abyss Freya if given the choice, but
The last one.
Brian is more interested in Mechatol.
What is this? TI-30?
SRL passes.
All right, let's jump on over to the scoreboard. Robel, do we have any public objectives and or secret objective?
Going into scoring.
Mmrnmhrm.
Probably very few points scored this this go around.
Ixshaw, are you with us?
Uh-oh.
I see your light going on there, but I can't hear you. I'm assuming.
Is that better?
There we go. I got you now.
No, I'm not scoring anything.
All right, no objectives. Axel.
No objectives, no objectives, no
All right,
objectives.
Lazyboy.
No score.
Necro took trade
Rolo.
and then didn't score the point.
L1.
Not sure I love that.
Yet.
Nope. All right, here we go.
Made the money, got the units out.
Expand borders. Control 6 non-home
All
planets. All right,
More territory control.
we're gonna not be hitting
Scary game.
the confirm status phase stuff on your strat cards. I'll take care of all the action cards for everybody. Let me just see.
All right, everybody. That's going to wrap up round 1